Thank you for being here, Ushna.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here because I can talk perfumes for hours.
Yeah.
I really took time out because I need someone whose brain I can pick about
Right.
perfumes. I'm just obsessed.
No, I'm happy that you know about the perfumers, you know about who's created what. So it's really exciting to be here.
It's exciting to meet you. I recently discovered Arab fragrances generally because it's always been like the premier stuff that completely empty out my wallet. And Lattafa, my first perfume was not even a month ago, a blind buy. And then I think I got 4 more or like 3 more right after. And I'm just so happy that there's a brand that kind of has its own identity, is economical, everybody has access to it, and it's high quality fragrances. And
No, I appreciate that.
I'm so
It means a lot to me.
here it's Pakistani also. Like there's a Pakistani element to the brand, which I had no idea until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. So we are from Pakistan originally,
Right.
but obviously the company is based in the UAE, and we started from there. But yeah, I mean, it's super happy to have this conversation with you.
I'm super happy
You mentioned Lattafa. You just recently discovered. What fragrances have you smelt, or what do
So
you
I'll
like,
tell
or
you
what do you
how I
use?
discovered
Yeah,
Lattafa.
that would be interesting.
So because my Explorer page is all fragrance, 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 there's like a fake video of Rihanna going around talking about some scent. It's like an AI video. So I'm like, okay, well, what is this fragrance? And I looked it up and they said, I don't like this on Fragrantica if I live on Fragrantica.
You do?
I do. And somebody had said, oh, I don't like this. This is the fake AI Rihanna video. So better version is Yara by Lattafa. And then I went on that and I read the notes. And this is like, Abi was still hot. So I'm like, I need a strong, bright, summery, fruity fragrance that's maybe a little young for the gym and for like, in sets where because I also spray it around. And so I bought it. And a note to anybody who buys, especially Arab fragrances, it's important to macerate them. So you spray it a few times in the air, you leave it with the lid. And I didn't know this. I bought it, I sprayed it, and I kind of forgot about it. Then with this Yara, I think 4 people have bought it because of me, because they smelt it on me. And it lives in my gym bag. And every time I spray it after our class, I do this fitness class, everyone's like, you smell like strawberries and sunshine and kittens. And it's just, it makes the whole atmosphere happy.
That's great.
And then I discovered Ansam also blind buy.
Right.
And I didn't think I would like it. And then I was like, okay, this is a bit floral. Again, I let it macerate. I put it in the fridge, and it's one of my favorite fragrances. Like, it's so me. It's powdery. It's got
an
the
element of
elements.
orange flower.
I love orange flower. I didn't know it had that.
Yeah, it has
I did
orange
not
flower.
know. I must have read it before ordering, but that explains it. And it's got this powdery thing, the orange thing. It's not too summery. It's very feminine. I love that fragrance. And I hate telling people what fragrances I wear, but
Right.
I've given it away.
Well, we like to not gatekeep so that people.
Yeah, we don't gatekeep. I won't gatekeep with Lattafa. I'll be generous.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I love these kind of stories
Yeah,
that you experience something from Lattafa and then you fall in love with it.
I did. And it's a great brand, and what you've done with it is fantastic.
Right.
And it's, again, I feel like there's a window that's not been touched. Either you go for the extreme high-end perfumes, and even for someone like me, the high-end perfumes, they break the bank. My husband's always like, what is happening? There's 10 more boxes coming every month. And
Yeah, those
it's
can
crazy.
be super expensive.
And if I'm on a set, for example, all day, the perfumes just disappear. Perfumes don't last on me.
Okay.
They just don't. I don't
Maybe
know why.
they don't work with your pH or.
Probably. They just don't last on me. So I'm
Are you saying
bathing.
generally, or is it like certain kind of notes?
Very few perfumes do, but the notes that I wear don't.
Okay.
So I'm always like bathing in them. So I'm so happy that I've discovered, where you found the right niche in the market where it's like,
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It smells amazing. Yes.
And we have a good team here that are really working on the brand in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like arranging this kind of a beautiful setup with you.
Yeah.
So we're very happy for that.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. There are a lot of unexplored Lattafa fragrances that you haven't explored yet. So
I'm very angry about that. You're telling me now, do you have a cherry fragrance? I love Gourmands, and we have a cherry chocolate.
We have everything, right?
Okay, hold on. Let's test you. Okay, how do you pronounce this one type of fragrance? It's like a fragrance family.
Sheep.
Okay, so do you have any of those?
We do have actually a couple of them. Sheep is a combination of citrus top.
Yeah.
And patchouli mossy base, right?
Okay.
And this is
And they're on the stronger side.
In many fragrances in the past, like you just mentioned before we started, there was a fragrance that gave you nostalgia. That is a sheep.
That's what it does.
So sheep are considered to be old-fashioned for sure.
They are old-fashioned.
But then there's the modern sheep, which is added when you're adding more fruits and you're adding more florals, but still being sheeps, but in a modern way.
Okay.
A lot of fragrances that are being launched with those ingredients and that family. And of course, Lattafa also has some of them. Like, for example, Yara Moi right here.
That's what I was
Can be considered as a sheep fragrance,
jasmine-y,
but more of a modern sheep because it has patchouli and moss, but then it has, it has the peach in it that really, and you mentioned something about popcorn, right? It has a little bit of a popcorn note as well, yes. So, so yeah.
I have to let it sit because I'm just smelling the top note right now.
Take your time.
Okay, there's a butteriness that's coming. Live with it.
Live with it. This is the key. So a lot of people, they judge fragrances immediately. And this is something, this is like my pet peeve, you know? And then later on when they go home and they wear it again and when they live with it, they actually start liking it, right?
They either like it or they hate it, depending on the living thing. So my way of doing this is I always get my fragrances in Dubai because during a layover, I'll spray and then I'll walk around. And by the end, before I have to board, if I love it, I'll buy it. And that's kind of the thing. What's your favorite family of perfumes?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Because I work with perfumers directly. I'm in charge of selecting the fragrances as well. So I like to work with all families, although my favorite family, I would say, is the Gourmand family, which I love.
I love
sweets. I love sweet. I'm a sweet tooth. Like I have a sweet tooth.
I'm diabetic, so it's just
I have a sweet tooth and I love sweet things. I love sweet desserts. I love anything sweet.
Right. So मुझे winter में sweet बहुत पसंद है. Gourmands are my winter kind of a thing.
So Gourmand, my major favorite fragrance that we have in our collection is the Eclair. Okay.
I have that.
Yeah, the Eclair is definitely one of our huge successes. So then we just launched the 2 new flankers for Eclair, which is Banoffee हमने launch किया.
I couldn't find that online.
And pistache. Banoffee is a very tricky. So banana fragrances are extremely tricky to do. So we had this amazing perfumer called Alia Izem.
Okay.
And 2 other perfumers were part of the project. And they worked tirelessly on this because banana is not easy to do in fragrances.
You can smell like a cake. Warmish winter.
हमारा जो goal था, that was to basically have a banana fragrance that everyone could wear.
Right. Okay.
Even people who don't like banana or even people who don't like sweet fragrances, they
could still wear it. What have you mixed it with? What are the other notes?
So banana dulce de leche, which is like caramel.
Okay.
Toffee kind of notes. So here is the musk to give it softness, to give it airiness, because we're trying to mimic the Eclair patisserie. So we try to bring those kind of elements through those beautiful ingredients.
Right. I'm gonna try this now.
With a nice vanilla.
Me. I gotta try this.
Yeah, is...
Okay, let's talk my favorite note these days, cherry. So what is your cherry fragrance?
Obviously, my favorite cherry is the Maillard Cherry Intense.
Okay, and that's yours. That is
Lattafa's, which is those chocolate-covered cherries that you get?
No, so it's like a gourmand cherry.
It's a gourmand cherry, but then it's so well done. It's not too cherry or not too chocolate or not too, it's the perfect balance of the 2.
Send me all the cherry perfumes. And what about, आपने mentioned क्या था कि एक rose cherry भी है?
This rose cherry is a recent launch. It's from the Anabiad line, which you saw, which was Anabiad Rouge, but then we launched a new one called Anabiad Scarlet. A very, which is a black cherry note, but then it's combined with this beautiful dark rose.
What are the base notes in it?
So it has patchouli, right? It has woods, it has musk.
Okay.
So
is there an oud element in it?
No. So the
I
thing
feel
with
like I'm going to love this perfume. I can already tell I'm going to love this.
Yeah. The thing with Lattafa is, although we're a Middle Eastern brand, we do not use too much of oud in it because we're a global international brand as well. And so we have to see, looking, oud is very specific.
Oud is also overdone, in my opinion.
Overdone, but I think oud can be used in a very nice way. Like, I don't think there are many oud gourmands on the market. So if there was like a sweet, overly gourmand oud, I think that would be really nice.
But you could start like a gourmand. You could maybe add a bit of oud in your cherry one. And
so there are a few gourmand ouds which I'm on the market, which are not Lattafa, which I'm not satisfied with.
Okay.
Like I smell them, I go like, okay, this is still too sweet.
Right,
So it's not the right balance. So there could be some kind of that could be an undiscovered territory that we haven't
right.
done yet. So
So I love to layer my scents. What would you recommend?
so do you layer like different fragrances, or you layer like ocean with fragrance on
So
top,
what
or with
I
body
do
mist?
is, if I really want to smell like one particular scent, I'll wear the body oil if it comes with one, then the lotion, then that fragrance. And if I want to add to it, then I'll mix up something that I think is great. But usually I don't have time to do that. So it's usually perfumes that I'm layering and seeing, okay, this is too sweet, let's spice it up. Let's give it a hint of something else. And so what's the best Lattafa?
Well, I think since you are already familiar with Yara, it's the most layerable.
Layerable. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, layerable fragrance that we have in the collection can be layered with any feminine fragrance that you have in your collection, because it's so soft, it's so girly, and it's not overpowering in any kind of notes, or it's not too strawberry, or it's not. So it's like the perfect balance of all the notes.
It is a younger
It's a
fragrance,
linear
though.
fragrance, easy to layer with. So definitely Yara, and try to layer with Ansam Gold, Yara and Ansam Gold.
Yep.
It's going to really boost the diffusion, I would say, or it would just bring a new aspect
Because
of the
Ansam
fragrance.
is, I love Ansam. It's on the softer side.
Yeah,
It's not a very in-your-face fragrance, you know?
Correct.
So I wouldn't want to like overpower it with something.
correct. Or so that was one of the options that you
Right.
have.
But I can imagine
but
that it would
Yara is
smell good
also,
with
I
Yara.
would say,
It would.
it's also in that category. It's not like you find Yara a little bit too strong, or
I find it strong, but in a good way.
in a good way.
I
Yeah.
find it, I mean, it's, I'll be honest, because it's not, I feel like I'm a bit mature for Yara.
Yeah.
I like it for in a space where I really want to project.
I think you're really going to like our latest. I don't know if we can say this yet because it's not here yet.
You can say it. It's fine, say it.
I would say it's a Yara DNA,
Okay.
but it's with the orange flower. So we use the notes of strawberry s'mores to bring that really sweet marshmallow kind of sugary element. But then it has that orange flower, and it has a lot of jasmine as well. So it's very elevated floral, white floral.
Okay.
And then it has a lot of vanilla. But I really believe that that might also be something that you like.
Add it to the basket.
The new eclairs that we launch, again, the banafi and the pistache. So
Okay.
the pistache is a very nutty, photorealistic pistachio.
Okay.
So that could also be layered with the original eclair, and vice versa with the banafi and the eclair as well in parallel. So that is something also that anyone could try.
Okay, that's
to
interesting.
do. I have Fakhr Lattafa for women here. I would like to know what your thoughts are.
Nice bottle. Gives like old school vibes.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
It's got tuberose as well. If you're familiar with tuberose, it has a little bit of a bubblegummy feel.
What's the fragrance family of this? Is it like a modern, what we were talking about?
No, it's not a modern
It's
sheep.
floral. For
I
sure.
would maybe say it's a modern sheep, but it's more on the floral side.
It's
I would
floral, and there's like a sweetness to
Yeah.
it. Definitely a very mood elevating fragrance.
say. Good.
I don't know. It's giving me like a childhood memory. I don't know what that is.
I would say it has some fruity notes. So it's still, I would consider this a modern sheep. Like if it,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Well, thank you.
I can affiliate it
No,
with
it's all right.
certain personalities for sure. But yeah, it's a very happy perfume.
Appreciate your
Very
comments.
happy perfume. It's lovely.
So thank you for being part of the
Thank you
Lattafa.
so much for having me.
I wouldn't call this a podcast, but it's just a nice conversation that we
Right,
had.
yeah, of course.
It was really nice. I hope sab log ko maza aaya.
I hope so too. I can honestly, I'm so happy that Lattafa is so accessible in Pakistan, especially. It's tough to get perfumes here that are high quality and also affordable. So I think this is a great thing for people. And everyone should smell nice. That's my biggest thing. I'm obsessed. I think when you walk in, you should have your signature. You should, really elevate everybody's senses. And people don't take perfumes seriously enough in a lot of spaces.
Well, people sometimes take it too
Or
seriously.
they take
also.
it too seriously. or they replace it with deodorant, which you should never do. Please
Okay.
don't do that. That's a bit of an issue sometimes.
Okay.
So where can people get Lattafa in Pakistan?
People can get Lattafa from lattafapakistan.com.
So there's a Lattafa Pakistan website. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Take
Thank
care.
you.